Hello dear student, welcome to our new session of motion in straight line. It's your 7th lecture. In this lecture in previous lecture we are already discussed about equations of motion with constant acceleration. It is v is equals to u plus at, s is equals to ut plus half at square, and remember my dear student, I'll put lots of energy in the only this sentence that in s is equals to ut plus half at square, s is not at all distance. This is basically displacement. And third equation of motion is v square minus u square is equals to 2as. We'll cover lots of fundamental equations as displacement is nothing but change in position vector. Similarly, average velocity is change in position vector with respect to change in time interval. Instantaneous velocity is small change in displacement vector with respect to small change in time. Average acceleration, it is change in velocity vector with respect to change in time interval. Instantaneous acceleration is equals to small change in velocity vector with respect to small change in time. So in 6th lecture we'll discuss lots of things about motion. Now the next topic is distance covered in nth second. This is very important topic beta. This is very logical topic. This is somehow related to some quadratic type expression. So try to understand this because this is very important part of equation of motion. This concept is also considered to be in equation of motion, and this concept is said to be distance traveled in nth second. So write down distance covered in nth second. This is not displacement. Remember this thing, my dear student. This is not displacement. This is distance. What we'll derive is nothing but distance. So distance covered in nth second. So here I'll make a diagram. In this diagram I'll mark 3 points. One is initial point, which is considered to be, let's suppose this is our initial point and this is our final point. So time is from t is equals to 0 to t is equals to n. Between t is equals to 0 to t is equals to n, I'll take one more time. It is t is equals to n minus 1. So my dear student, if between initial point and final point, if total distance is Sn, then from t is equals to 0 to t is equals to n minus 1 time, the distance must be Sn minus 1. The remaining distance will be Sn distance. So we have to find this distance, that is Snth distance covered in nth second. So distance traveled in n second can be obtained by subtracting the distance traveled in first n second from the distance traveled in first n second. So we have two different times, my dear student. Remember this thing. One time is t is equals to n and other time is t is equals to n minus 1. Nothing special in this. It is not at all tough. It is quite logical. So try to understand. If you wish to find distance traveled in nth second, then you have to subtract distance traveled in first n second from the distance traveled in n second. So we have two different times. One is your t is equals to n time and second is your t is equals to n minus 1 time. And we know that distance traveled in t second equation is, let's suppose if initial velocity is v naught, let initial velocity of particle is, let's say, v naught, and final velocity, let's suppose v, final velocity considered to be v, initial velocity is considered to be v naught, and we wish to find distance traveled in nth second. So we know that for time t is equals to t, the distance traveled by particle, that is s is equals to ut. Instead of u, I'll write v naught, so v naught t plus half at square. This is nothing but, see, actually why I am saying that this is now distance, because the particle is moving in straight line, and we know that if particle is moving in straight line, then distance and displacement magnitude must be same. That's why I use this s to be distance, because I am considering the particle is moving in straight line. We already discussed that if particle is moving in straight line, then magnitude of displacement and distance must be same. That's why instead of magnitude of displacement, I'll use word called distance. Why? Because our particle is moving in straight line. Rest, this equation is nothing but equation of displacement. Remember this thing, I am asking again and again and again that this equation is nothing but equation of displacement. Here I am saying distance just because my particle is moving in straight line, and we know that if particle is moving in straight line, then magnitude of displacement and distance both becomes equal. So moving forward, so for t is equals to t second, the distance traveled by particle, by equation it is s is equals to ut plus half at square, where u is initial velocity. So initial velocity, I am considering initial velocity to be v naught. Now moving forward, we wish to find nth distance covered in nth second. So what we have to do, we'll first write the equation of distance for t is equals to n minus 1 second. So distance traveled in time t is equals to n minus 1. So distance must be Sn minus 1, my dear student. So I'll write here, because this distance is for time t is equals to t. So distance in time t is equals to n minus 1, it is equals to v naught. Instead of t, I'll write n minus 1 plus half a n minus 1 and its square. This is nothing but distance traveled in Sn minus 1 second. Distance traveled in n minus 1 second. Distance traveled in n minus 1 second. So this is nothing but distance traveled in time t is equals to n minus 1 second. Now I will find distance traveled in first n seconds. So I'll write here distance traveled in time t is equals to n. So s becomes equals to Sn. So what we'll get, my dear student, we'll get Sn is equals to v naught n plus half a and its n square, because instead of time I'm taking n and instead of time I'm taking n minus 1. Now they are saying that if you wish to find distance covered in nth second, distance covered in nth second, you have to subtract this distance minus this distance. So you'll get Sn minus Sn minus 1. So what you'll get? You'll get distance traveled in nth second. So it is equals to, I'll rub it first because we need more space. So what we'll get, my dear student, this becomes equal to it is equals to distance traveled in n second is v naught n plus half a n square minus v naught n minus 1 plus half a n minus 1 and its square. I hope you all are getting my point. What I am doing is, so this is basically Sn minus Sn minus 1. So we'll get this much. This is the equation, or in subtraction form what we'll get is v naught n minus 1 plus half a n minus 1 square. Now I will simplify this equation. Try to simplify this equation. You will get, my dear student, it is v naught n plus half a n square minus, multiply this vn with n. So it is v naught n minus v naught plus half a and n minus 1 and its square. We know that a minus b square, a minus b whole square. We know the formula of a minus b whole square. It will be equals to v naught n plus half an square minus v naught n minus v naught plus half a square plus b square minus 2ab. This is the formula of a minus b whole square. It is a square plus b square minus 2ab. So a is n and b is 1. So 2n into 1. I hope you all understand this, how we'll get this formula. Now moving forward, try to solve more. Try to solve this. Try to solve more. I hope you all is capable to solve the equation. So try to solve this equation and try to get by your own answer. I'll give you 1 minute, my dear student. Try to solve the equation. Try to solve the equation. Moving forward, let's start solving it. So it is v naught n plus half an square minus, what will get, my dear student? Will get v naught n minus v naught. So if I'll multiply this minus inside, so it will be plus. I'll open the bracket, so it will be plus, and again plus half a n square plus half a minus half a into 2 into n. So 2 get cancelled. So what will get, my dear student? Will get v naught n plus half a n square minus v naught n plus v naught plus a n square by 2 plus, what will get, my dear student? Now it will be half a minus a. This is the equation what we'll get. Try to understand this. Try to understand this equation. Try to understand this equation. What we'll get? Try to simplify it by your own. We'll get v naught n plus half a n square minus v naught n plus v naught minus plus v naught minus half a n square minus, we'll get here minus half a n square plus a n. 1 n will be missed. Here we have 1. So half a n square plus a n plus a n plus a n minus half a minus half a. I hope you all understand how we'll get this. This is v naught n plus half a n square minus, we'll take minus inside. So we'll get v naught n plus minus plus, so it will be plus. V naught n plus minus will be minus, so it will be a n square by 2. Again my plus minus will be minus and minus will be plus. So plus a n minus half a. I hope you understand this equation. It is v naught n plus half a n square minus v naught n plus v naught minus a n square by 2 plus a n minus half. So if you'll solve this equation, you'll get what, beta? Try to solve this by your own. Cancel out v naught n get cancelled. Try to solve more. So distance traveled in nth second. Distance traveled in nth second. You will get v naught plus a by 2 2n minus 1. This is the formula of distance covered by particle in nth second. It is v naught plus a by 2 2n minus 1. This is the formula of distance traveled by particle in nth second. I hope you all understand how we'll get this formula, my dear student. If not, then try to just stop the video and try to solve by your own. Then only you'll understand how we'll get this formula. As this formula is nothing typical, just it is nothing but a logical question, a logical derivation is this. So try to solve by your own. If not, then pause the video and just see it how I'll solve this equation. It is Simply v naught, it is initial velocity of particle, plus half a 2n minus 1. N is nothing but distance traveled by particle in nth second. So I hope you all understand this equation. Now moving forward, we'll solve some questions, some numericals which ask in different exams. So this question is basically, my dear student, asked in JEE 2004. So write down the question. I'll dictate the statement of question. This question is related to similar formula what we derived here right now. So write down the statement of question. This question will be asked in JEE 2004. So this is your previous year question. Try to solve previous year question even you are in JEE aspirate or NEET aspirate, because if you will deal with previous year question, then you'll judge the examination, how examination is proceeding and what type of question examiner asked, which are the important topics in your chapter. So write down the statement. This question will be asked in JEE 2004, my dear student. Write down the statement of question. They are saying a small block slides without friction, down an inclined plane, a small block slides without friction down an inclined plane starting from rest. They are saying we have an inclined plane. Inclined plane is nothing but like this. We have a block which is sliding down. There is no friction present here, and the block will be start from rest. So if block is starting from rest, so its initial velocity, that is v naught in equation, it must be equal to 0. V naught is nothing but your initial velocity, and we know that distance traveled in n second, it is equals to, my dear student, v naught t plus half a 2n minus 1. I hope you all recall this formula. The formula must be v naught, this is the formula, v naught plus half 2n minus 1. So they are saying that a small block slides without friction down an inclined plane starting from rest. They are saying that the block is starts its motion from rest. Let Sn be the distance traveled. Let Sn be the distance traveled from t is equals to n minus 1. Let Sn be the distance traveled from t is equals to n minus 1. From t is equals to n minus 1 to t is equals to n. T is equals to n minus 1 to t is equals to n. Let Sn be the distance traveled from t is equals to n minus 1 to t is equals to n. Then Sn by Sn plus 1 is, then Sn by Sn plus 1 is, your options are, option A is 2n minus 1 by 2, 2n minus 1 by 2 by 2n. B option is 2n plus 1 by 2n minus 1. Option C is 2n minus 1 by 2n minus 1 by 2n plus 1, and option D is 2n by 2n plus 1. I am repeating once again the statement of question, my dear student. A small block slides without friction down an inclined plane starting from rest. It means the initial velocity of block is 0. Let Sn be the distance traveled from t is equals to n minus 1 to t is equals to n. They are saying that Sn is the distance from t is equals to n minus 1 to t is equals to n. Then Sn by Sn plus 1. You have to find distance traveled in nth second upon distance traveled in Sn plus 1 second. You have to find the ratio. So try to find the ratio, my dear student. In both the cases, initial velocity is 0. In both the cases, initial velocity is 0. We know that n in formula n is basically distance traveled in n seconds. So we have two different times. They are saying t is equals to n to t is equals to n minus 1. T is equals to n to t is equals to n minus 1. So try to solve this equation, my dear student. We know that formula for Snth time is equals to v naught plus half a to n minus 1. Here initial velocity is 0. So Sn becomes equals to 0 plus half a. Instead of n we'll write 2n. So Sn is equals to half a to n minus 1. This will be our first equation for time t is equals to n to t is equals to n minus 1. Now I am finding Sn for t is equals to n minus 1. Again initial velocity is 0 just because particle is starting from rest. So it will be 0 plus half a to n minus 1 minus 1. I hope you all are understanding. So Sn minus 1 is equals to half a to n minus 1 minus 1. Try to solve this and try to equate both the equation. You will get your answer. Try to solve this, my dear student. You will get 2n plus 1. I hope you all are understanding how it will be 2n plus 1. So now it is the distance traveled in time Sn minus 1. This is the distance traveled in time Sn. So you will get your answer. Sn by Sn plus 1 becomes equals to, it is a by 2 2n minus 1 divided by a by 2 2n plus 1. So a by 2 get cancelled. So Sn by Sn plus 1 is equals to 2n minus 1 upon 2n plus 1. So the correct option is option number C. I hope you all understand. In this equation, in this question, 2 time is given. One is n and second is n minus 1. You have to do nothing, just put in formula, you'll get your answer. I hope you all understand how we'll solve this question. Now moving forward, try to solve another question, my dear student. Write down the statement of next question. The statement of next question is, this question is asked in NEET exam. So write down the question. The question says write down the question. It is the displacement or the displacement x of a particle, the displacement x of a particle vary with time. The displacement x of a particle vary with time t as x is equals to vary with time t as x is equals to ae, x is equals to ae raised to the power. This question is asked in CBSE 2005. CBSE 2005. It is now called NEET. So I'll write here NEET 2005. Write down the statement. The displacement x of a particle vary with time t as x is equals to ae raised to the power minus alpha t plus beta plus be raised power beta t, be raised to the power beta t, where a, b, alpha and beta, where a, b, alpha and beta are positive constant, where a, b, alpha and beta are positive constant. The velocity of particle will, option A, B depend of beta, option A, B depend of beta, option B is drop to 0 when alpha is equals to beta, drop to 0 when alpha is equals to beta. Option C is go on decreasing with time, go on decreasing with time, go on decreasing with time, and option D, go on increasing with time, go on increasing with time. I am repeating the question once again, my dear student. Try to solve by your own. Pause the video and try to solve by your own. So the question is, the displacement x of a particle vary with time t as x is equals to a e raised power minus alpha t plus b e raised to the power beta t, where a, b, alpha and beta are positive constant. They are asking what is the relation of velocity. The velocity of particle will be, you have to find the velocity of particle. You have to find nothing but velocity of particle. So try to solve this question by your own, my dear student. If you are capable to solve, then only, this is nothing but a simple differentiation concept, my dear student. So let me try. The equation of displacement is x is equals to a e raised power minus alpha t plus b e raised power beta t. They are asking for velocity. What in all, we have 4 equations and we have to tally which equation satisfied the relation of velocity. So first of all, you have to find the relation of velocity. We know that velocity is nothing but change in position with respect to time, or we can say differentiation of displacement with respect to time. So the equation of displacement is a e raised to the power minus alpha t plus b e raised power beta t. This is a new concept of differentiation, my dear student. As you all are new in 11th class, I hope you all are new in 11th class. That's why I am asking you. So this is very new concept of differentiation. Try to understand it. We know that in differentiation we'll consider power in front side. Here the differentiation is in terms of E. So try to understand this, my dear student. If there is a power in terms of E, and if power carry one constant and one variable, because t is variable, alpha is constant, my dear student. In this equation beta is constant but t is variable. So we know that differentiation of e raised power x is e raised power x. Here this equation also carry e, a is constant, b is constant. So I'll solve this question. Try to understand. Minus alpha comes in multiply form, so it will be a minus alpha e raised power minus alpha t. You have to write a similar term, minus alpha t. Similarly moving forward, plus here we have beta which is constant, which is in power with e, so beta comes forward, b remains at same position, and beta t. So this is the equation of velocity. Velocity is equals to minus a alpha e raised power minus alpha t plus beta b e raised power beta t. I hope you all understand. We did not do anything new, my dear student. We have to differentiate the displacement with respect to time. Here with t we have minus alpha, here with power e with t we have beta. So beta is constant, alpha is constant, t is variable. So if e raised power, if you will go through the differentiation concept, then if we have to differentiate the e raised power x, then differentiation of e raised power x is e raised power x. But here we have two terms, one is constant, one is variable. So if e carry two different constant in terms of power, one is constant and one is variable, remember, my dear student, don't do anything, just put the constant in multiply form. A is remaining constant, so minus a remains same, alpha, because alpha is constant, comes outside, e raised power minus alpha t plus beta b and e raised power beta t. So this is basically concept of differentiation. So now see, the equation of velocity is minus a alpha e raised power minus alpha t plus b beta e raised power beta t. So here it is very clear that velocity is nothing but independent of alpha and beta. Velocity is independent. Write down, velocity is not independent with alpha and beta. So my dear students, see, in velocity we have alpha, we have beta. So first option is not correct, as be dependent on beta. Yes, it is correct, be dependent on beta. So this equation is dependent on beta, this equation is also dependent on alpha as well. So write down, clearly V is not independent of alpha and beta. Even although if beta is equals to alpha, then also velocity never equals to 0. So write down next point, it does not become 0, even if alpha is equals to beta, even if alpha is equals to beta. In fact, the velocity increase with time. Even velocity increase with time. So correct option is nothing but D option. Moving forward, my dear student, try to solve one more question. I'll write the statement, I'll dictate the statement. Write down the statement. If a car at rest accelerates uniformly, to a speed of 144 km per hour. If a car at rest accelerates uniformly to a speed of 144 km per hour in 20 seconds, it covers a distance of A option 1440 centimeter, A option 1440 centimeter, B option 2980 centimeter, C option 20 meter, and D option 400 meter. I'm repeating once again, this question is also asked in NEET 1997. This is quite older question. This question is asked in NEET 1997. I'll write the year. It is asked in NEET 1997. I'm repeating the statement once again. If a car at rest accelerates uniformly to a speed, here speed is given and car initially at rest. So initial velocity is 0, final velocity is 144 km per hour. So if kilometer per hour is given, then you have to convert it in meter per second. So if for converting kilometer per hour to meter per second, you have to simply multiply 5 by 18. So it will be 144 into 5 by 18 meter per second. Now they are saying that in 20 seconds, it covers a distance of 1440 centimeter, 2980 centimeter, 20 meter and 400 meters. So try to solve this question, my dear student. Time is given, time is 20 seconds. So 144 initial velocity is given, time is given, they are asking for distance covered, and they are also saying that uniform acceleration. So first you have to write the equation of distance. It is equals to S is equals to ut plus half at square. This is the equation of distance. Similarly, we have to first find the acceleration, because we need acceleration as well. We have initial velocity, we have final velocity, and we have time. So we know that the equation V is equals to u plus at. So instead of u, I'll write V is equals to 0 plus A into T is 20. So what we'll get, my dear student, V is 144 by, it will be, try to solve this, you'll get the answer as if I'll convert this into meter per second, I'll get 40 meter per second. So 40 divided by 20 is equals to A. So cut. So acceleration is nothing but 2 meter per second square. We'll get the value of acceleration. Acceleration is 2 meter per second square. Now put this value of acceleration in this equation. We'll get S is equals to 0 into t plus half. Acceleration is 2 into t is 20 square. So S is equals to 2 get cancelled. 20 into 20. So we'll get S is equals to 400. Our correct option is option D. The answer is 400 meter. I hope you all understand this equation, how I'll solve this equation. Moving forward, write down one more question. This question will be asked in 1994, NEET 1994. Write down the statement of question. It is the velocity of a train. The velocity of a train increases uniformly. The velocity of a train increases uniformly from 20 km per hour to 60 km per hour. From 20 km per hour to 60 km per hour in 4 hours. The distance travelled by train during this period of time, during this period of time is A option 160 kilometer, A option 160 kilometer, A option is 160 kilometer, B option is 180 kilometer, C option is 120 kilometer, and D option is 100 kilometer. I am repeating once again. The velocity of a train increases uniformly from 20 km per hour to 60 km per hour in 4 hours. See, they are saying uniformly. Uniformly means acceleration is constant, my dear student. Remember this thing. If velocity is increasing uniformly, or we can say speed is increasing uniformly, then remember this thing, my dear student, that acceleration remains constant. So in this question they are saying velocity of a train increase uniformly from 20 km per hour to 60 km per hour. 20 km per hour to 60 km per hour. So final velocity in this question is 60 km per hour, and initial velocity in this question is 20 km per hour. So initial velocity is for 20 km per hour and final velocity is 60 km per hour. They are saying find out the distance. So try to find the distance, my dear student. So we know that distance is equals to ut plus half at square. We don't know acceleration, but we know velocity, we know initial velocity, we know final velocity, and we also know about time. So time is nothing but 4 hours, t is nothing but 4 hours, so 4 hours. So find the acceleration with equation v is equals to u plus at. So I'll write here v minus u by t is equals to a. So final velocity is 60, initial velocity is 20, divided by time is 4. So acceleration is 60 minus 20, it is 40 by 4, will get 10. So acceleration is value of acceleration is 10 meter per second square. It is in kilometer per hour. So I'll write here 10 kilometer per hour square. This is the value of acceleration. Now put the value of acceleration in this equation. So we'll get s is equals to initial velocity is 20 km per hour multiplied time is 4 plus half. Acceleration will get 10 into time, again it is 4 square. So s is equals to 4 2s are 8, it becomes 80. It will be get cancelled and will 5. 5 into 4 4s are 16. So s is equals to 80 plus 5 6 are 30, 0 5 1s are 5 1 6. So s is equals to 80 plus 60, 80 plus 60. I'm sorry, it will be 80 again. So 80, 80, it is 160 kilometer. So correct option is, my dear student, option A. I hope you all understand how we'll solve the numericals on equations of motion, how I'll derive the formula of distance for SNth time, how we'll deal with the questions in SNth. So in next lecture, we'll discuss more equations, more formulas, more questions. Till then, take care, my dear student. Stay happy, stay in homes. Thank you.